Marvel, renowned for its triumphs in the film industry today, hasn't always enjoyed such success. Before the MCU reshaped the big screen into unforgettable experiences, superhero movies often struggled at the box office. Despite a string of hits and Avengers Endgame ranking as the second highest grossing film ever, the MCU faces challenges. Phase 5 reveals signs of superhero fatigue among viewers, casting doubt on the future of Marvel's cinematic journey. Meanwhile, let's explore 10 Marvel films that didn't resonate well with audiences at the box office. But before we start, don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more videos like this. So, the 10th Marvel movie that flopped at the box office is Dark Phoenix. The X-Men franchise saw ups and downs but often rebounded strongly. X-Men First Class didn't break records but earned positive reviews, setting up the successful X-Men days of future past. X-Men Apocalypse gathered powerful mutants for an epic battle, earning $543 million worldwide despite mixed reviews. However, Fox's Dark Phoenix, meant to be the franchise's grand finale, fell short, earning only $252 million against a $200 million budget, marking a disappointing end to the first superhero cinematic universe. And the 9th Marvel movie that flopped at the box office is Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance. Ghost Rider, a standout among Marvel's characters, is a former stunt cyclist who sells his soul to a demon, transforming into a vengeful spirit tasked with punishing wicked souls. Riding a flaming motorcycle in skeletal form, he becomes an anti-hero battling hellish forces on Earth. While the movie adaptations capture the story's madness, the sequel, Ghost Rider: Spirit of Vengeance, feels disjointed. Nicolas Cage's fitting portrayal, fueled by his star power, helped both films reach their intended audience, grossing $132 million from a $57 million budget. Despite breaking even financially, the franchise's future was cut short without a third installment. And the 8th Marvel movie that flopped at the box office is The Marvels. Since the start of MCU Phase 4, discussions about superhero fatigue have persisted. The newer heroes haven't matched the emotional impact of earlier Infinity Stone storylines or beloved character farewells. Despite high expectations from Captain Marvel's success and the Ms. Marvel series, The Marvels became the MCU's lowest-grossing film ever. There's a growing perception that the MCU leans heavily on anticipation rather than execution lately, with recent movies struggling to forge strong emotional connections or advance narratives. While an Avengers film could potentially rejuvenate interest, The Marvels currently stands as a precarious gamble. And our 7th flop Marvel movie is Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck, not to be confused with Donald Duck, was a Marvel favourite in the 70s and 80s. The film adaptation, with George Lucas as executive producer, follows Howard's satirical misadventures on Earth after an involuntary trip from his own world. Despite its star power, the movie's sarcastic tone didn't resonate well with audiences young or old. It fell short of expectations with its cheesy execution and failed to capture the comic's humour. With a budget of $37 million, Howard the Duck only grossed $16 million globally, marking a disappointing outcome. And the 6th Marvel movie that flopped at the box office is Fantastic Four. The 2015 reboot of Fantastic Four is often cited as Marvel's biggest disappointment in its lineup of films, failing across the board, including at the box office. Despite featuring a talented cast including Miles Teller, Michael B. Jordan, Kate Mara and Jamie Bell, the movie falters. The characters' powers are poorly explored, leaving action sequences devoid of excitement. Visually, the film's grey palette is off-putting, making its $120 million budget seem excessive for the lackluster result. The film's $167 million gross doesn't justify its messy execution. And our 5th flop Marvel movie is X-Men: First Class. X-Men: First Class was a bold move by 20th Century Fox to revive the franchise after X-Men: The Last Stand. Set in 1962, it explores the origins of Professor X and Magneto, focusing on their complex relationship and eventual split. The film excludes major characters like Wolverine, Storm, and Jean Grey to create a grounded narrative amid the Cold War. Despite critical success, it only doubled its budget at the box office, not enough to offset the marketing costs of an X-Men movie without Wolverine. And the fourth Marvel movie that flopped at the box office is Hulk. Before the MCU's 2008 Hulk, the Green Giant appeared in 2003's Hulk, starring Eric Bana as Bruce Banner. Directed by Ang Lee, known for Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, the film explores Banner's struggle with his transformation after a radioactive incident. Despite some emotional depth, the special effects haven't aged well. The movie earned $245 million against a $137 million budget. And the third Marvel movie that flopped at the box office is Black Widow. The MCU oddly chose Black Widow to open Phase 4, despite the character's death in Phase 3, making it an ill-timed origin story. Intended as a farewell to Scarlett Johansson, the film shines when focused on her character, but also spends significant time introducing her successor, Yelena Belova. Released during the peak of the COVID-19 pandemic, its numbers are notable, but reflect poor timing given global events. The simultaneous release on Disney Plus added controversy, resulting in a modest box office return of $379 million against a $288 million budget. And the second Marvel movie that flopped at the box office is The Incredible Hulk. Before the MCU became a powerhouse, establishing the right tone for its films was challenging. The Incredible Hulk, following Iron Man, starred Edward Norton as Bruce Banner, who is on the run from the government while seeking a cure for his transformations. Despite intense action scenes, Norton's portrayal didn't leave a strong impression, leading to his replacement by Mark Ruffalo due to creative differences. With superhero films still gaining traction, it's no surprise The Incredible Hulk struggled financially. And the last Marvel movie on our list that flopped at the box office is Eternals. Eternals aimed to be an inclusive and sensitive MCU film, directed by Chloe Zhao, featuring an openly gay character and a diverse cast. The story follows ancient aliens living on Earth who rise to save humanity. Zhao's creative vision, while beautiful, is overshadowed by the studio's formulaic approach. Her unique style is barely visible, and the film faced unfair criticism from some Marvel fans labeling it woke. Consequently, Eternals earned only $402 million against a $236 million budget. So, is there any movie among these 10 that you didn't know was actually a flop? Tell us in the comments section. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to this channel.